Welcome back to a new post today. Let's today discuss the most important topics that you need to keep track for the upcoming UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelims 2025 with regard to April 1st. So the very first is about a humanitarian assistance and disaster relief amphibious exercise between India and United States. It is called as Tiger Triumph and this is the fourth edition of the bilateral exercise between India and US with regard to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Now, this is being conducted at the Naval Dockyard in Visakhapatnam by Indian Navy's INS Jalashwa. The Navy is participating with INS Jalashwa, guided missile destroyer INS Mumbai, and the amphibian assault ship INS Gharial, the fleet tanker INS Shakti, various long-range maritime reconnaissance aircraft, helicopters, Hawk aircraft. The Indian Army is represented by Infantry Battalion Group, while the Special Operation Forces from all the three services along with cyber and specialists are also involved, and this is the fourth edition. It has different phases as well. El Nino has been spoken about by the IMD. So the IMD has said that this year is not an El Nino year. However, India is going to experience hotter summers this year. So what exactly is El Nino? El Nino is a part of the Southern Oscillation or the in the Pacific Ocean Southern Oscillation System, with the other one being La Nina. El Nino is a warming of the surface waters off the coast of Peru in the eastern tropical Pacific Ocean. El Nino and La Nina are two phases of the El Nino Southern Oscillation, a recurring climate pattern that shifts back and forth every 2 to 7 years, alternating with El Nino and La Nina. Normally, the trade winds blow from the east to the west along the equator, pushing the waters towards the Asia. During El Nino years, these winds weaken or reverse and along where the cold current, Humboldt current along Peru is replaced by warmer waters, and therefore the warmer waters are blown towards Indian Ocean, bringing in sharper summers in India. El Nino can disrupt the weather patterns all around the world, leading to changes in rainfall, temperature and storm activity. In US, El Nino brings cooler, wetter winters. In India, it impacts the Indian monsoon and agriculture, poorer monsoon and also hotter summers with regard to El Nino. El Nino also causes drought sometimes. Other regions experience increased rainfall, in some areas drought, as well as wildfires and floodings also occur depending upon the region that is affected. Now, the Central Industrial Security Force is conducting a cyclothon along the Indian coastline to raise awareness among the along about coastal security, engaging the local communities. This is the first of the kind done by the CISF. The purpose is to raise awareness along the coastal security about environmental conservation and connect. Let me tell you that in this coastline is governed by the United Nations Convention of Law of Sea. Until 200 nautical miles, we have the exclusive economic zone where India has the power over this area, and beyond the exclusive economic zone, it is international waters. Then the cyclothon commenced on March 7th and is concluded in March 31st. The cyclothon will cover 11 states and union territories along Gujarat, West Bengal, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and other states as well. Now, Niti Aayog launched something called as the Niti NCAER States Economic Forum. What exactly is this? This is nothing but a portal which is developed by Niti Aayog in collaboration by the National Council of Applied Economic Research, which is a comprehensive repository body on social, economic and fiscal parameters, research papers, expert commentary on state finances for a period of about 30 years from 1991 to 2023. Nirmala Sitharaman launched the Niti Aayog NCAER States Economic Forum, and this is a portal giving finance data and other data of 30 last years. Now, the Supreme Court is hearing petitions with regard to the Forest Rights Act. What exactly are the rights and who do enjoy the Forest Right Acts? The Forest Right Act was brought about in 2006, came into force in 2007. It recognizes forest rights and occupation in the forest land for the forest dwelling scheduled tribes along with the other traditional forest dwellers, aiming to do away with the historical injustice and ensuring the access to forest resources for livelihood, habitation and socio-cultural needs as well. The FRA, as it is called, recognizes the rights of the traditional scheduled tribes, forest dwelling communities and other traditional forest dwellers to forest resources, including the minor forest produce, and to right to protect and regenerate, conserve and manage community forest resources. It recognizes individual rights, right to hold and live in the forest, land for habitation and self-cultivation, community rights, right to protect, regenerate, conserve and manage community forest resources, infrastructure facility rights related to infrastructure development within the forest areas. It is implemented by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs and involves recognition of the rights by the Gram Sabhas, called as the village councils, and issuance of title deeds to the scheduled tribes and other forest dwellers as well. And it came into force in 2007. Arctic Council has been in discussion recently because of Donald Trump, the President of the United States, who claimed to annex Denmark, the Greenland, the region, the autonomous region of Denmark. Arctic Council is an intergovernmental council forum that was formed in 1996 and promotes cooperation among the Arctic states and indigenous communities on issues related to environmental protection and sustainable development. The Arctic Council aims to address challenges faced by the Arctic government and indigenous people, focusing on issues like environmental protection, sustainable development and biodiversity as well. It consists of Canada, Denmark, that is belonging to Greenland, Finland, Iceland, Norway, Russia, Sweden and United States. And in addition to the member states, it represents indigenous communities as well. It works on 5 important areas: environmental protection, biodiversity change, melting sea ice, plastic pollution and black carbon as well. It was established in 1996 by the Ottawa Declaration, and the secretariat is located at Tromsø in Norway. The Arctic Council work is carried out primarily by 6 working groups of different which take care of different jobs, and the chairmanship rotates for every 2 years among the members. So these are the most important topics I thought I should be covering for you all for April 1st. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall see you in my next post. Until then, it's very happy learning.